Hello, I'm Daryl Goodman, Director of Achieve One for Achieve It Solutions, and today we're going to be reviewing the Alerts component of Data Messenger for SAP Business One HANA. As you may be aware, SAP comes with its own alerts management system. The Achieve One solution enhances the functionality to be able to include transactional or query-based events. The recipients can be based on formulas, can be conditional, and can be other than users. We allow the formatting of the email body, as well as multiple attachments and control over the attachment type, plus an integrated FTP in order to be able to transmit files. Achieve One is a collection of modules, and Data Messenger allows us to be able to create and maintain the data that we would need to be able to send alerts, reports, and to be able to integrate throughout any transaction or data need inside of SAP Business One. As you can see, the alerts allow us to configure a schedule, which can be used to include or exclude holidays, and then configure the data to be sent via SMS message, email, inside SAP as an alert, or to FTP for us automatically. The tool allows us to configure one or more schedules that will allow us to configure when we want this to occur, so it can occur on a one-time basis, or we can set the frequency, as you can see, allowing it to be a daily, weekly, or monthly, including allowing us to control the time of day as well as a start and end date. Once enabled, an alert can contain multiple, a schedule can contain multiple alerts so that we do not need to reconfigure our schedule. The alerts themselves allow us to configure transactional alerts or query alerts. Transactional alerts occur on the add or update or delete or other function of the alert transactions. So as you can see here, this transaction here is based off of a add. And as you can see, we have add, update, delete, cancel, and close of a purchase order. As you can see here, we do support a complete selection of marketing documents that are available inside of SAP so that you can get notifications on traditional marketing documents like purchase orders and credit notes. In addition to an entry of a new chart of account, a new bill of materials, or even draft documents. You are then able to configure any query that you'd like to be able to define the data that will be used inside the document. Once we have the query, you can identify who should be notified. In this case, I'm asking for an internal SAP alert to occur, and I can notify any user in the system, which will allow me to select any user inside the system. And as this is an SAP alert, that would make the most sense would be to use that. However, you can also select other recipients so that I could come in here and notify a different employee, such as a salesperson or a regular employee, and choose it off of one of the fields inside the query. It could also be conditional so that you have all, or I can determine that I only want it to be if the purchase amount is greater than a certain value. In terms of the message, you'd be able to drill in and build your message. So you can say PO added and select the fields that we've built into the query and determine whether or not the message is active or not. In addition to transactional alerts, which can occur on the functions with the alerts, we also have query alerts. Query alerts are constantly running the query to determine whether or not there's an event that meets the criteria. So you can see here, I would now be able to define a query, and when that query occurs, so in this case where I have a purchase order that is past today's date, I'd be able to, again, have the same message. In this case, I asked it to be an email, and I'm able to come in here and determine the message. So you can see here, following items are past their receipt date. I'm able to define the body of the message, and I can even include attachments, such as a report through XML, a simple report, and the attachment type, as you can see, could be Word, Excel, or a PDF. And also include additional attachments so that if you're working on something that is transactional in nature and you have terms and agreements, you could include those documents as well. Lastly, another type of transaction that you could do is a query alert. In this case, we did items that are for sale today, and I'm asking this to also occur at 8 o'clock in the morning. But you'll notice that I'm not notifying anybody. Instead, I'm using the FTP, and the FTP allows me to configure the file so that it can automatically be sent. In this case, an e-commerce system or some other solution that might require publication for being able to show them what items are on sale today is automatically going to get a CSV file that can be sent and determined based on a pre-existing template that will say what we want it to be, and it will use the values that are inside the query that we've developed. This concludes our session on alerts management.